Good evening, guys. I am Anshuman, student of Mandal College of second year. I am with Rajat Mandal, and I am very lucky to have a beautiful conversation with sir. He teaches in Shikha Singh College of Jiaganj, and he is also a research scholar. And today we will discuss about International Men's Day and who are men. Our main topic is who are men. So, sir, first of all, I have a question to you on this topic. I know that people will ask that why our video's title is "Who Are Men?"
Thank you, Anshuman, for having me, and thank you for everyone who are tuning in to this YouTube live. And I wish everyone happy Men's Day. And now you must be wondering why I have kept men in quotation. Uh, Now I have kept mission, and it's because I don't know who men are. I don't know who men are. As Anshuman has already asked me, Anshuman has already started our conversation with a very difficult question. The question is, who are men? Well, I don't know. I don't know who are men. Maybe men are those who do drugs. Maybe men are those who ride bikes, motorbikes without helmets. Maybe men are those who abuse women. Maybe men are those who abuse themselves. Maybe men are those who are allowed only one expression, that is anger. Men,
That's right.
men are not allowed any expression other than anger. Men are only allowed to be angry. ঠিক আছে? Men cannot.
They're identified with their anger.
Absolutely. If you cannot become angry without any reason, you are not man. Can you become angry without any apparent reason? No, sir, I cannot become angry without reason. So you are not a man. Who is a man? No, honestly, who is a man? Man is someone who can become angry. Okay, I'm telling you who man is. Okay, someone who brushes his teeth in the morning and sees himself in the mirror and becomes angry and breaks the mirror. He is the man. He is Superman. He is Spider-Man. He is Batman. He is Hanuman. He is every man. So dear men, and on top of that, particularly those who do not wear face mask even during COVID-19 pandemic while going outside, they are men. And I will tell you who are they are men. And the second thing is that particularly those men who refuse to wear helmets while driving bikes, they are men. Now, Anshuman, you must be wondering why do I think they are men?
Obviously,
And
must be there are some reasons for that.
there is a reason. There is a reason because man is gas. Man is gas. Yes, man. Happy Gas Day today.
International Gas Day.
So today, I think today, I think everybody is saying Happy International Men's Day. I think my favorite student, Swastika, my favorite student, uh, uh, Dibbeshwar, these are some of the students that are very, I'm fond of them. They would say that, sir, this is Happy International Men's Day. No, don't call it Happy International Men's Day. Let's call it Happy International Gas Day.
I have to mention it in the title. So
Yes. Now, obviously, those who are listening to my conversation with Anshuman, why is Sir calling Happy International Gas Day instead of Happy International Men's Day? I'm calling Happy International Gas Day because men are gas. So now, I use the Bengali word, jatro, tatro, mutro. So, and why do I use that word? Because every time you see men in the streets, they are peeing. In streets, in alleys, in highways, in lanes, in bylanes, everywhere. Men are born with the right to pee in public.
In this case, I remember the incident that you told us before.
Yes.
About the
Yes.
that poor man.
Yes, yes,
With Yogi.
exactly, exactly. And there was a man who almost lifted his lungi up to his shoulder and peeing in probably the greatest joy of the world in the middle of highway in East 34. And I was wondering, why would you leave that lungi so high and pee? And and then I remembered that, oh,
He is a man.
he is a man. He is a man. YouTubers, listen to me. He is a man. And who is a man? Men are those species who believe that nobody can see them. And not only that, whenever the boys ride bikes without helmets, since nobody can see them, they do not have a body. Obviously, they do not wear face mask. They do not take the protective gear because they think that they do not have a body. Now, if they wear mask, remember Donald Trump?
Yeah.
He never wears so COVID-19 face mask or the stuff.
Every stuff.
Every stuff that coronavirus face mask or that mask that we wear when you go outside. So Donald Trump never wore a face mask. Why? Because when a man wears a, and then the man is admitting that, oh God, I have a body to protect. And when a man says, Anshuman, that I have a body to protect, then the man is saying that he has a body. But the problem with masculinity and mardangi and machismo and mastani is that men do not have a body. That's why they fight. Even if they get hurt, it doesn't bother them. मर्द को क्या नहीं होता यूट्यूबर्स दर्द मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता मर्द को कभी भी दर्द नहीं होता लेट मी टेल यू व्हाई मर्द को कभी भी दर्द नहीं होता बिकॉज मर्द डू नॉट हैव ए बॉडी सो दर्द काहे का लगेगा ही नहीं तो दर्द का तो सवाल ही नहीं पैदा नहीं होता ना सो दैट्स व्हाई मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता बिकॉज men do not have a body as I say men are gas. Okay, Anshuman, I think I have explained why men ride bikes without helmets because even if they get hurt while riding their bikes, motorbikes, without helmets, they won't get hurt.
They will stand like a statue.
They will, yes, they are Arnold Schwarzenegger, they are Salman Khan, they are the John Abrahams.
Their body is beyond science.
Their body is not a body, their body is gas. And how can you hurt gas? You cannot hurt gas. You cannot hurt gas. How can you hurt a gas? So you cannot hurt a gas. So yes, so since you cannot hurt a gas, so man can pee in public because nobody can see them. You cannot see the gas. Man can ride bike without helmet. You cannot get hurt because you are gas. Man can fight and protect their girlfriends. Even if the blood is streaming all over the body, still मर्द को कभी दर्द नहीं होता because men do not have a body.
When blood starts out, that is the more
Yeah.
identity of.
In fact, I have seen plenty of women who fall in love with those men because they are so murd and they have so much blood in their body. They ride so beautifully. They are bike without helmet and they chew gutka so beautifully. Yeah, you have to chew gutka very beautifully. Otherwise, Tumpa will fly through the window. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm happy with the
Yes. So I think viewers also happy with the answer. So after that question, I have.
Are there any men listening to me?
Please comment there.
Please comment there. Oh, you cannot comment because you are gas. How can a gas write?
Happy guess. Okay. There are some few questions after this interesting thing. Okay, the first question is masculinity studies a counter discourse to
let me wish Shaptadip Chaudhary has wished me good morning. I am wishing Shaptadip Chaudhary
Good evening.
good evening. Okay, good evening, Shaptadip Chaudhary. Very good evening. Shaptadip is a very favorite student of mine from my college, Sri Singh College, Jiagan, Murshidabad. And I love you, Shaptadip. I hope you are enjoying this life. Okay.
Okay. So the sir question is that is masculinity studies a counter discourse to feminism?
Oh, yes, masculinity studies a counter discourse to feminism. Masculinity studies is not a counter discourse to feminism. When masculinity studies began, then men became very happy. Then men became very happy, and men became so happy that men started feeling, hey, yes, we are men and we have found our studies. But the thing is that masculinity studies is not about men. Because we cannot study men, because how can I study gas? I would have to study physics. So you cannot study gas, you cannot study masculinity. So no, the thing is that masculinity studies is not a counter discourse to feminism. Masculinity studies is feminism. Yes.
Yes.
Now why do I think masculinity studies is feminism? Because of the fact that masculinity studies reconfigures the very configuration of men. Now, who are men, Anshuman? There is a huge misconception about men and masculinity, Anshuman. Now, who are men? Actually, the thing that people we consider men, those bodies which have a penis between the legs. Now, this is seriously. I mean, do you remember that a nurse? We remember the nurse? I remember the nurse. And what does the nurse do? Nurse leaves a towel. The nurse leaves a towel and shows if there is something between the legs or not. If there is something between the legs, then it is boy. আপনি ছেলের বাবা হয়েছেন. You would be given Oscar. You would be given BAFTA. You would be given all the awards in the world. You would be given Nobel. I mean, let's take away Nobels from those people who were awarded Nobel and give those people who become fathers. I really don't understand why you wish people who become fathers. It's as if, congratulations, you have become a father. It's as if congratulating somebody who has masturbated. I mean, why don't you go and congratulate someone? Congratulations, you masturbated last night. So, I mean, I don't understand. Is there any credit of becoming a father? Okay, nobody wished me when I became a teacher. Okay, nobody wished me when I published my books. Okay, nobody wished me when I got enrolled for PhD in Raiganj University. Nobody wished me when I got my 10,000 webinars and conferences successfully done. But everybody wishes, apni baba hoyechen.
Because at that time they mean to say that you have a labor.
Okay.
For your country, future.
Okay. So you have produced a source of carbon dioxide. Congratulations. So becoming a father is not becoming a father, it is child pollution.
Yeah. In old Bengali, আপনার বংশকে আগে বাড়িয়ে।
বংশকে আগে বাড়িয়েছেন. So when you say that water pollution, when you say air pollution, soil pollution, I'm introducing a new word, child pollution. বিয়ে করো আর child pollution করো. And heterosexuality পতাকা ওড়াও আর patriarchy মুচকি মুচকি হাসবে কোনা থেকে. Okay, but the who are men? I mean, are men those bodies who are born with penis between their two legs? Can a body be called a body of man? Can a body be considered a man's body even if the body does not have penis between the two legs? Now, this is a question that we can always come back to, probably later in this discussion. So you can tell me.
Okay. First of all, I want to tell something to the viewers. Please, if there are any feminists, please don't spam in comments. Sorry. Okay. So next question is.
Hi Pooja. Let me wish
Okay.
my fans. Pooja, I saw Pooja, and it's so it's so kind of you, so sweet of you. Pooja, you were enjoying. You said that it's so kind of you, so nice of you. Thank you, Pooja. Pooja is a student of Rabindra Bharati University, and she is very. I'm very fond of Pooja Ghosh. I'm very fond of Pooja Ghosh, and I hope Pooja is having a good time tuning to this YouTube live. Thank you, Pooja, for listening to this live. Thank you.
Okay. So then my next question is, who are fit subjects of feminism?
Who are who are who are fit subjects of feminism?
Yes.
Okay. Now, who are feminists? Okay. Are there any feminists listening to me? I love you, girl. And I'll be showing my love. I'll be showering my love right now. Okay. I showered my love for feminists in Goa University. I showered my love for feminists in St. Xavier's University. I've showered my love in probably almost all the colleges in webinars and conferences. Now I'll be showering my love in my own YouTube channel right now. Now, who are feminists? Who are feminists? Are feminists only heterosexual women? Can I explain on
Yes,
this?
obviously.
I mean, are feminists? Are feminists, Anshuman, only the heterosexual women? Okay. Are feminists those women who are heterosexual and married? Are feminists only those women who are heterosexual, married with 3 children?
2 boys.
2 boys and 1 girl. Or probably, are feminists those women who are married, heterosexual, 3 children, and who get beaten by their husbands twice a day, once in the morning and once at night, out of love? Are those women feminists who are heterosexual, married, and who get beaten by their husbands and who use boycotts because they are chairman, they are not chairwoman?
Hashtag tomboy style.
Absolutely, hashtag tomboy feminists. Are those feminists who have vagina between their 2 legs? Do you have to have vagina between your 2 legs to become a feminist? Do you have to be a heterosexual married woman with 3 children and getting beaten by the husbands to be a feminist? Can you be a feminist? Can you be a feminist with a penis between the 2 legs? Now, I have a problem with feminists. I love them. And I love them so much that I have so much problem with them. And what kind of problem do I have with the feminists? Those feminists, they have an assumption in their head that feminists can only be a woman with vagina. Feminists can only be a woman with heterosexuality. Now that's why feminists cannot see the lesbians. So lesbians are visible to the feminists because they are not women. We are women, so we are feminists. Now the same problem with the lesbians. The lesbians cannot see the trans women because trans women are invisible to the lesbians, like the lesbians used to be invisible to the trans women, and the lesbians are invisible to the heterosexual married women. Now, who are feminists? Can I be a feminist with a penis between my legs? Can a penis be a female organ, or does a penis have to be a male organ? Is a vagina a female body or a female organ? What is the relationship between being a feminist and being a female? Is there at all any relationship with a particular kind of sex body and feminism? And this is where queer theory steps in, and this is why masculinity study steps in, because they tell you that, hey, there are plenty of subordinate men. with penis between their two legs, and they are feminists because not because they have vagina between their legs, not because they're heterosexual married women with 3 children, two and one, and not because they're heterosexual married women and who get beaten by their husbands, not because of anything of like that, but because they fight against patriarchy. So my definition of feminism is an ideology which does not have anything to do with any body, any sex or gendered identity or ontology. My definition of feminism is very simple. Anyone who resists, challenges, and subverts patriarchy is a feminist. And if the subversion comes from a body that is a body which has a penis between the two legs, it doesn't matter. He can be a feminist, he or she. I mean, we can easily bring out the debate of Jordan Peterson, but this is not a day when I will be embarking on Jordan Peterson tonight. Anyway, so who is a feminist? My answer is very simple. Anyone who subverts, challenges, and sort of resists patriarchy is a feminist. So feminism is not about being a man or being a woman, being sex body or being gendered identity. Feminism is about being able to resist patriarchy. If I am a male sex body, if I have a penis between my two legs, if I resist patriarchy, then I am a feminist. Because I'm a subordinate man. And subordinate masculinity is someone who should be accommodated within feminism. Now, why is feminism struggling today? Feminism is struggling today because feminism does not accommodate lesbians. Feminism was not accommodating the trans men and trans women, the transgenders. Feminism was not accommodating all those men who are subordinate masculinity, who belong to subordinate masculinity, or subordinate men. There was a time when, up to 1950s and 60s, there was a time when feminists used to be only the heterosexual woman, only the heterosexual married women, heterosexual married women with plenty of children, heterosexual married women with plenty of children whose husbands are abusive, who are fighting divorce cases against their husbands, and feminists are only those boycott and those sleepless blouses. I mean, this is very unfortunate, and if this continues to be feminism, then feminism has no future. And feminism is actually becoming another version of patriarchy. Good luck to these feminists.
I think those who are watching has a clear vision of this feminism, the word feminism, that actually what is the meaning of it.
Bring all those men under the umbrella of feminism who are not dominant masculine. If I am a man, when I go out into the streets with an umbrella over my head, I get teased, ছেলে হয়ে ছাতা ব্যবহার করছে। If I cannot ride a bike, then I get teased, একটা সাইকেল কেন বাইকও চালাতে পারে না, কিন্তু চালাতে পারে। See, if I do not go outside my houses during COVID-19, I get teased, আর একটা বেটা ছেলে হয়ে রাস্তায় বেরোবে এত ভয়ের কি আছে? So am I not being tortured by patriarchy? Obviously. Then if I am being tortured by patriarchy, then am I not supposed to be fighting against patriarchy? Because I find patriarchy as much tyrannical as those feminists used to find. So why not take those subordinate men into the bracket of feminists? Why not take the lesbians into the bracket of feminists? Why not take the transgender into the bracket of feminists? If the feminism doesn't expand and create a conjuncture with the queers, with the transgender, with the transsexuals, with the bisexuals, with the intersectionals, with the homosexuals, with the subordinate men, then feminism has no future, I'm afraid, and then feminism is running the risk of becoming another version of patriarchy in time. And most of the feminists then could end up becoming patriarch ironically. So they are actually challenging something which they are becoming themselves in the process. And I wish them very good luck. I think patriarch would be very happy if this continues to be the brand of feminism. Heterosexual women are feminists, heterosexual married women are feminists, only the women are feminists, that is the body with vagina, and only the heterosexual married or diverse women are feminists. I mean, if this continues to be the definition of feminism, then then I am not a feminist. I am a feminist if the feminism accommodates transgender studies. I am a feminist if the queer studies is accommodated in feminism. I am a feminist if masculinity studies is accommodated under the review of feminism. Then I am a feminist and I am absolutely proud to declare in the social media that I am a feminist and I am absolutely proud of being a feminist as well.
So we have mentioned the two things of which is related to gender, penis and vagina.
Yes.
So, Inspector, I have two questions. Why are you so reluctant to accept body with penis as male?
Okay.
I have some question.
Okay. Okay. Can you repeat your question?
Yes, yes,
Kindly.
yes.
I missed your point.
Why are you so reluctant to accept body with penis as male?
Okay. So are you asking me that why do we consider only those bodies with penis between their legs as male bodies?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. I don't agree with this, Anshuman, unfortunately. I don't think that we have to consider only those bodies because this is the problem. This is the problem. Do you want me to explain this?
Yes, yes, obviously.
Okay.
Obviously.
This is the problem because every time we consider uh, uh, a, a body that has a penis between the two legs is a male body, then we are actually articulating patriarchy. Then we are being patriarchal in the process. And why am I saying this? It's very simple. Okay, let me explain this. Uh, whenever a human child is born, whenever a human baby is born, then that human baby is branded sex. That is to say, ছেলে হয়েছে না মেয়ে হয়েছে. Now, Anshuman, you tell me, or anyone listening to me, please tell me, how do we brand? How do we brand? Uh, how do we brand that child, that human child, male or female? By way of checking whether the body has penis between the legs or whether the body does not have the penis between the legs. If the nurse takes the towel and finds the penis between the legs, then we brand the body like we brand cows and goats in municipality. That's why we brand like we brand university certificate on your mark sheets and everything. So similarly, the society and heteropatriarchal society brands that body. Oh, leave the towel. Oh, there is a stick between the two legs. Okay, so brand it male. Leave the towel. There is nothing between the two legs of that newborn kid. We brand that kid daughter or female. So this is how the branding mechanism patriarchally functions in heterosexual society, in our beautiful society. Now, the next question of you I would be tempted to ask, why do we brand? Why do we brand? Why do we brand as soon as a human child is born? This is the question, this is the difficult question that we have to ask ourselves. Everybody needs to ask everyone that why is this branding mechanism so necessary? Why is it required, this branding? It is important, it is necessary for patriarchy. Why is it necessary for patriarchy? Because every time you find the penis between the two legs to brand it man, then you expect that boy to grow up into a man, and you expect the man to be heterosexual. That is to say, you expect the man to be desirous of a woman, that is, exhibit or perform compulsory heterosexuality, and then you expect that man to impregnate that woman whom he desires for heterosexuality. And then the same kind of repetition is executed. Now, why is it important? Because unless you do it, the whole population, whole market, or whole bourgeois capitalism would be halted. And that's why you do it. So you brand that human child a boy, and you expect, look at the narrative, and you expect, thank you, Pooja, for these lovely comments. I'm enjoying your comments. Keep them coming in. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you so much. And you expect these boys to be growing up as men or men, happy men's day, and happy gas day, happy blank day. And we expect this uh, uh, and we expect these men to be falling in love with women, and then we expect these men to be impregnating those women whom they fall for or whom they are in love with. We call this love, by the way. That is not love. That is heterosexuality. And and that's why you continue the pollution that is called, what is the pollution? The child pollution, like air pollution and water pollution. So my next point, Anshuman, to your question is that then is the gendering not based on identification of the sex body, whether it is male sex or female sex? Because unless we fix the sex, we cannot fix the gender. That is to say, unless we cannot tell this is a boy or a girl, we cannot decide that whether it will be masculine or feminine. And then we cannot decide whether it would be desiring uh, male or female, because the whole idea is that if you brand that as a boy, then you expect that to be growing up as a masculine, and then you expect that masculine man to be desiring feminine, and then you expect that femininity to be impregnated by that masculinity, and the child pollution continues. Now, if I come back, if I go reverse to this narrative, that is child pollution, then go back heterosexuality, then go back masculinity, femininity, then go back to male female. And how is male female determined on the basis of body? That means patriarchy always functions on the stabilization of body. That means patriarchy always functions on the stabilization of body. Now, now, why is this stabilization? Why is this stabilization happening? Because unless you stabilize the sex, you cannot stabilize the gender. And unless you stabilize the gender, you cannot stabilize sexuality. So, so now, if we deconstruct the body, then the whole superstructure of gender and sexuality will crumble. Now, how do we deconstruct the body? You have to explain this. There was a time in Ecuador. There was a time in Ecuador, a couple became very famous, and the couple became very famous, and the husband became pregnant by the wife. I'll say it again: husband became pregnant with the wife, and the husband uh, is expecting the child because the husband has the ovary and the clitoris, and the wife has the penis. So what has happened? The wife has impregnated the husband. Now the husband is pregnant. Now you must be wondering why, and I must be wondering why not. Now, because the husband is a trans man and the wife is a trans woman. That's why wife is a trans woman who has penis between the legs, and husband is a trans man who has vagina between the two legs. Now, if penis is an organ which can be a male sex organ as well as female sex organ, then does penis remain male?
No.
If penis no longer remain a male, then does penis have sex?
No.
No. If penis does not have sex, then what is penis? If penis does not have sex, then what is penis? Penis is just an organ through which urine comes out. Penis is just an organ through which urine comes out, through which hormone comes out. It's just like hand. Penis is just like that. Can we give sex or gender to the hand? Can we give sex and gender to the leg? Can we give sex and gender to the cheek or lips? Can you give a sex and gender to your eyes, Anshuman? No. Then penis is just an organ like any other organ. Penis does not have stable sex either. Penis does not have sex either. So if penis does not have a sex, and if penis can be both male and female organ, then my question is, how can we determine the sex of a newborn child on the basis of penis? If penis does not have a sex, and if penis can be both male and female organ, then how can you decide the sexual identity of a newborn child on the basis of penis? So we cannot decide whether it is male or female on the basis of penis. Similarly, we cannot decide, therefore, whether it will perform masculine and feminine. Because if there is no stable sex, there cannot be stable gender. And if there is no stable gender and stable sex, you cannot decide whether the boy would expect, a boy is expected to grow as masculine or feminine, because the boy can grow up to be a feminine and desire a masculinity. And homosexuality could become the result. Similarly, if you are born with a vagina, you can grow up to be a masculine and desire femininity or masculinity. So if you cannot stabilize sex, there is no stable sex. Similarly, there cannot be any stable gender. Similarly, there cannot be any stable sexuality or stable desire. But patriarchy would be very unhappy. And that's why the first thing patriarchy does to human beings, that immediately brand this stabilized sex onto the body as soon as it comes out of the mother's womb. So nobody asks whether the baby is healthy or unhealthy, ill or diseased. Nobody asks. Everybody asks, is it a male or female? As if nothing can be more important for the newborn child other than branding the sex on its identity. Are you happy with this?
Yes, obviously. These are the most interesting topics I have studied in my honors.
So, Anshuman, how can you tell that this is a boy? On the basis of penis or the absence or presence of the penis? But the penis is not a male organ. So, what is the basis? What is the bhitti? What is the basis of the sexing of the human child? Then no human child can be identified sex male or sex female on the basis of penis. Because penis is not a male. Then again somebody is asking, what is penis? Please listen to me, what is penis? Penis is an organ through which urine comes out.
And also hormone.
And also hormone. Hormone and urine comes out through a particular human organ, and that is called
Penis.
penis. And so if something comes out through the organ, then obviously spit comes out through my mouth. Word comes out through my mouth. Then do I have to gender and sex the mouth? I mean, what is the gender of your mouth? What is the sex of your mouth? Why don't you write the gender and sex of your mouth in the chat box? World would see. You know your sexual identity because you have a penis or you do not have a penis. Then how can you decide that penis is male? Then what about the trans woman penis? Then is the trans woman a man? No. But the trans woman has a penis. Then does the penis make her him? Really? What is the sex of your eyes? What is the gender of your masti, of your eyes?
On that we have Bollywood found sex or gender or
French car.
if you in their eyes, if you have beard, you are men.
Yeah, yes, I saw.
If you don't have any
Yes,
beard, in your whole
somebody
life,
wished me happy International Men's Day this morning, today actually, today in 19th of November, this morning, and the emoji that she sent me with that wish on Happy International Gas Day, I'm sorry, Men's Day, is that of a picture of a hat and big mustache.
if a guy had a mustache and a beard, then he's a man. If he don't,
And a
he
bike,
is not a man.
and a bike,
And also a bike.
and also a bike. And if he can fight and protect his girlfriend, he's a man. And particularly, he must have a bike which he can ride without helmet. And obviously, he must ride the bike without helmet and without face mask, because Corona cannot hurt her or him. Because Corona cannot hurt him. Corona cannot hurt him because he is gas. And Corona cannot infect gas. আরে দাদা একটু বাইরে চলুন, আরে বেটা ছেলে হয়েছেন, আমরা একটু চা খাবো না বা আড্ডা মারবো না ক্লাবে বসে, চায়ের দোকানে বসে? কেন আড্ডা মারবো না? কেননা আমি তো গ্যাস, আমি তো পুরুষ। আর করোনা তো গ্যাসের ভেতরে বাসা বাঁধতে পারে না। আমি যতদূর জানি, ক্যান কোভিড-19 সার্ভাইভ ইন গ্যাস? নো। সেজন্য পুরুষ মানুষের করোনা হবে না, মানে সেই পুরুষের হবে না যারা মানে খাঁটি পুরুষ। খাঁটি পুরুষ মানে সেই সকল পুরুষ যারা হাজবেন্ড বা তোমাদের কারোর বয়ফ্রেন্ড, যারা হনুম্যান, এই সরি ব্যাটম্যান, স্পাইডারম্যান, সুপারম্যান, ঠিক আছে, তাদের হবে না। কেন হবে না? তার কারণ করোনা, WHO, World Health Organization, has informed us that corona cannot survive in gas. Corona needs a body to survive. So if man does not have a body, then corona is very unlucky. If corona targets a man, corona might die. Corona is in trouble. এবার যদি মেল করোনা হয় সেটা আলাদা ব্যাপার। then obviously male corona doesn't have a gas, and a gas can survive in a gas. So I don't know if corona does go. I mean, I presented a paper in probably Goa University that that exactly, Pooja. I agree with your comment. And then I say, does coronavirus have a sex? Does coronavirus have a gender? Is coronavirus more dangerous than patriarchy? Then we have to vaccinate patriarchy earlier than corona, because corona is not as dangerous as patriarchy.
No, I am very curious.
And I'm telling you what is the vaccine of patriarchy. Masculinity studies, queer theory, they are the vaccines of patriarchy. Corona WHO করে দেবে। এটা আমি বলি।
They are waiting for them.
They are waiting for corona vaccine, and masculinity studies is the vaccine through which or with which you can vaccinate the COVID-19 called patriarchy or heterosexuality. Okay, do we have any other?
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
In this topic of man, yes, is the most men's are hegemony.
Actually, there is a theorist, there is a masculinity theorist called, there is a masculinity studies theorist called R.W. Cornell, who is creating a 3-tier hierarchy of masculinity. There is a 1, 2, 3. So, am I visible to all of them?
Yes.
So there is a 3-tier. I hope I am visible to the YouTubers.
Yes.
So there is a 3-tier hierarchy, and on the top of the tier there is hegemonic masculinity, and the middle tier we have the complicit masculinity, and in the bottom tier there is subordinate masculinity. What is hegemonic masculinity? Hegemonic masculinity is Kabir Singh. Hegemonic masculinity, Kabir Singh. Remember Kabir Singh?
With 4 suttas in one.
Absolutely. Put 4 sutta in one sign, who puts ice in his penis because his dick was burning for Kiara Advani. So, sorry, you are a nice guy, I know. So, and a very homophobic one, I know. So, but I love you.
No. We are talking about the character.
Yes.
And we are talking about the amazing character.
And I am an Odhapa. How can I?
An actor.
Absolutely, I am not an actor.
Yes. So they are not Kiara Advani. There is only Preeti.
Yes, there's Preeti. And remember what he did to Preeti? He slapped Preeti, if I remember.
Yeah, yes.
He slapped Preeti tight in public. And Preeti was not actually very angry with being slapped. মেয়ে হয়েছে একটু বয়ফ্রেন্ড যদি একটু গায়ে হাত দেয় সেটা ভালোবাসার লক্ষণ হিসেবেই দেখা যেতে পারে। সো নাও গার্লফ্রেন্ডের গায়ে যদি বয়ফ্রেন্ড হাত দেয়, if the boyfriend slaps the girlfriend, then he is not slapping the girlfriend. He is not slapping the girlfriend. He is making love to the girlfriend.
And he is feeling the small pieces of love.
Yes, and that 5 fingers sticker on the cheek, on the cheek of Preeti is a mark of love. Is a mark of love. Is a mark of sign of love. And
what should we call this in case of love bites? Is it love thappad?
Yes. It is love bite. It is love slap.
Love slap.
Yes. I have created a new word. I have created a new word for all of you. The word is, have you heard of love bites?
Yes.
Now I am creating a new word, love slap. So all those boyfriends who slap their girlfriends, all those girlfriends should be proud of their boyfriend. মনের মতো একটা শিবের মতো বর পেয়েছে তোমরা, বা পাবে, hopefully. কেন পাবে? তার কারণ হলো these thappads. Remember Sonakshi Sinha? थप्पड़ से डर नहीं लगता साहब जी, प्यार से डर लगता है. So which means Sonakshi is ready to slap.
प्यार में थप्पड़ पड़े तो उससे डरने लगता.
No. So even if Salman Khan or the Bhulbhal Dabang, sorry, Hurhar Dabang, and okay, so Hurhar Dabang Okay, so Salman Khan, I'm a huge fan of Salman Khan. He is a proper gas. I'm sorry, proper man.
Proper,
Proper
man.
Sat man, Sat Londa, as my student Shubha Prakash calls Sat Londa. So now प्यार से डर नहीं लगता थप्पड़ से नहीं थप्पड़ से डर नहीं लगता प्यार से लगता है and why is because girls are if the boyfriend slaps the girlfriend should be okay with the slap কেন জানো ওকে হতে হবে তোমরা হয়তো জিজ্ঞাসা করছো কেন স্যার এরকম উল্টো কথা বলছে তার কারণটা হলো that girlfriend expects the boyfriend to be violent. Now, Anshuman, you were wondering, why would a girlfriend expect the boyfriend to be violent? The girlfriend would expect the boyfriend to be violent because he's man. And man does not talk. Man shows his masculinity. And there are so many symptoms of the showcasing of masculinity. Thappar mara is one of the major পৌরুষত্ব সো যারা যারা থাপ্পড় খেয়েছো বয়ফ্রেন্ডের কাছে তারা থাপ্পড় খাওনি তারা আদর পেয়েছো
লাভ স্ল্যাপস
তারা লাভ বাইট পেয়েছো ওটাকে যত্ন করে ল্যামিনেট করে রেখে দাও চিন্তা করো না বিয়ের পরে আরো পাবে সকাল বিকেল ঠিক আছে सुबह से लेके शाम तक शाम से लेके रात तक रात से लेके सुबह तक थप्पड़ मारो मुझे थप्पड़ मारो পরে ডোমেস্টিক ভায়োলেন্সের মামলা করতে হবে কারণ তুমি heterosexual married feminist whose husband beat him twice, beat her twice, or thrice with 3 children, 2 and 1. Remember those feminists? Okay.
Sir, the next question is.
Are you okay with that?
Yes, obviously. I think yours also.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, next question is sex too culturally constructed?
Okay, sex is okay, often people ask me, sir, what is the difference between sex and gender? There's a huge difference between sex and gender. The difference between sex and gender is that there is no difference between sex.
The only one difference.
There's a huge difference, and the huge difference is that no difference. The spelling of sex is G-E-N-D-E-R, and the spelling of gender is S-E-X. আমি একটু কম লেখাপড়া ইংরেজি বানান টানান ভুল করি তো ওটা একটু কনসিডার করো so now the spelling of sex is G-N-D-E-R and the spelling of gender is S-E-X. Now why am I saying this? Because oh god, I still hear around my ear among so many students, so many research scholars, and even from so many professors. And what do I hear? From those professors, from those research scholars, from the students, that gender is culturally produced, and sex is natural. আপনি আগে ঠিক করুন কাশবেন না বক্তৃতা দেবেন না মারা যাবে I still hear around my hair that gender to sir socially and culturally constructed, but sex ta kintu sir biological, tai na? Oh, acha. How wonderful! How nice! শিক্ষারত্নের পুরস্কারটা তোমাকেই দেওয়া উচিত দিদিকে আমি অনুরোধ করব now these are the assets of society. These teachers, these professors, they are the assets of human civilization. এটা হলো আমাদের কলঙ্ক এই অহংকার and why? Because if the remember that equator couple, Anshuman, that wife who has a penis has impregnated the husband. So the husband is pregnant because husband has ovary and clitoris and vagina, and wife has penis. And I have explained why are you saying this? Because wife is a transgendered woman and the husband is a transgendered man. ও তোমরা তো আবার ট্রান্সজেন্ডারদেরকে হিউম্যান বিং মনে করো না ও আবার ফেমিনিস্টরা যারা ওই বিবাহিত 5 ছেলের মা বর পিটায় আর হেটারোসেক্সুয়াল কপাল ফাটিয়ে সিঁদুর খেলে, ঠিক আছে, দশমীর দিন যদিও কপাল ফেটে গেছে বিয়ের দিনই, তো সেখানে বর ফাটিয়ে দিয়েছে। তো তারা আবার বিশ্বাস করে না যে ট্রান্সজেন্ডাররা উইমেন, আর ফেমিনিস্ট হওয়া তো দূরের কথা। যাই হোক, ট্রান্সজেন্ডাররা এক্সিস্ট করে, হ্যাঁ, আর ট্রান্সজেন্ডাররাও কিন্তু ওম্যান ম্যান হতে পারে, আর ট্রান্সজেন্ডার বলে এরকম কেউ কিছু আছে, এটা দয়া করে একটু পড়াশোনা করে একটু জানবেন ট্রান্সজেন্ডার স্টাডিজ।
For them, I have a suggestion. Please go and watch Lakshmi Go.
Go and watch Lakshmi Bomb and commit suicide if you watch the full movie. আর মাঝপথে যদি সিনেমাটা থেকে বেরিয়ে আসতে পারেন তাহলে বেঁচে থাকার একটা সম্ভাবনা রয়েছে। আর যদি বেঁচে ফিরে আসেন, watch my reviews on Lakshmi Bomb in my YouTube channel, which you are tuning in right now, because I have uploaded couple of videos on Lakshmi Bomb. जिस दिन मैं ghost और चुड़ैल देख लूंगा ना, उस दिन चूड़िया पहन लूंगा, चूड़िया। For the people who do not know Hindi or Bengali, the day I will come across a ghost or witch, I will wear bangles, चूड़िया in both my hands. That means ভূত দেখা আর ছেলে হয়ে মেয়ে হয়ে যাওয়া দুটোই একই রকমের স্ট্রেঞ্জ ব্যাপার। তার থেকে আরো স্ট্রেঞ্জ ব্যাপার হলো এই অক্ষয় কুমারের মতো এই স্যাম্পলটি এইরকম রাবিশ বানায় আর সেগুলো চলে কি করে। তার থেকে আরো স্ট্রেঞ্জ ব্যাপার হলো এটা। তার থেকে আরো স্ট্রেঞ্জ ব্যাপার হলো ওটিটি প্ল্যাটফর্মে এইরকম স্পর্ধা আজকে যেখানে পড়াশোনা গেছে সেখানে এরকম সিনেমা রিলিজ হয় কি করে আর দেখা হয় কি করে, আর সেগুলো নিয়ে আলোচনা বা মামলাই বা হয় না কেন। If anyone who is associated with the movie Lakshmi Bomb or Lakshmi listening to this lecture, I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. And those who are shouting loud and clear, Dila do mujhe Burj Khalifa, all the boys are the givers, bomb bole, and all the girls are the takers, and the Kiara is saying, give me the Burj Khalifa. So purush manush kara, and another definition, all the givers of Burj Khalifa, givers of sperm, givers of love, givers of thappar.
One thing,
if you see the song Anshuman,
and is there any relationship with the Burj Khalifa and the penis?
No, there is no relationship between Burj Khalifa and penis, because Burj Khalifa is penis. There is no relationship because this is penis.
No, the girl is telling,
give me your love. ওটা তো ভালোবাসা না, ওটা ভালোবাসা। And even thappar, the fingers, they are also the phallic signs. The 5 Burj Khalifas. Okay, one is slightly shorter than the other 4. Okay. Okay. Anyway, to go back to YouTube. Okay, you are a decent social media.
Don't delete this.
So don't delete this. Okay. So I know you already upload far more rubbishes than this, so you will be okay with this. So the thing is that जिसकी ही वीडियो अपलोड कर रहा हो जिस चैनल पे, उसकी ही शेयर कर रहे हो।
जिस थाली में
खाए उस थाली में, जिस यूट्यूब में शूट किए उस थाली में ही क्या किया, छेद किया। Okay, छेद। So the thing is that I hope you guys are enjoying. ठीक है, even if you are not enjoying, ठीक है, please keep watching.
There is a special thing after this.
There is a special thing coming up. দেখতে থাকো, অপেক্ষায় থাকো, শেষ পাতে একটা ভালো জিনিস দেবো তোমাদেরকে। চকলেট দেবো, একটা কালো চকলেট। Okay, coming back to the next question. Coming back to the next question.
Okay, next question, sir. Next question is
So if the husband has a penis, if the wife has a penis and the husband has vagina, then does penis still remain a male organ? No, it doesn't. Then does vagina still remain a female organ? No. So how could you decide the sex on the basis of penis or vagina? So you cannot decide the sex on the basis of ইদার পেনিস আর ভ্যাজাইনা। তো তোমার পেনিস আছে মানে তুমি ছেলে, এটা বলার কোনো মানে নেই তো। তাহলে তোমার ভ্যাজাইনা আছে তাহলে তুমি মেয়ে, ঠিক আছে? এটাও বলার কোনো তো মানে নেই, ঠিক আছে? মানে নিশ্চয়ই আছে, মানেটা হলো অশিক্ষা। তো হ্যাঁ, তো নিশ্চয়ই আছে। আমি তো বলেছি না, ইউ নো লিটল অ্যান্ড রিড লেস।
অশিক্ষা চরম অন্ধকারে নিমজ্জিত আছে তারা।
একদল লোক আছে, দে নো লিটল অ্যান্ড দে রিড লেস। দে নো লিটল, সেটা গুড এনাফ নয়, অ্যান্ড দে রিড লেস। জানে তো কম, সেটাতে যথেষ্ট না। তারপরে আমার পড়বেও না, পড়াশোনা করবো না,
জানতেও চায় না কিছু।
না না না। সো দে নো লিটল অ্যান্ড দে রিড লেস। নাও কম্বাইন করে দুটোকে, ডেডলি কম্বিনেশন। কলকাতা নাইট রাইডার্স এর টিম হয়ে যাবে। I'm sorry. So the thing is that হয়তো দিনেশ কার্তিক রেগে গিয়ে বলতে পারে যে এত খারাপও না আমাদেরকে। তো সেখানে now several does penis still remain a male organ? No. Neither the penis nor the vagina remain male or female respectively. So, Anshuman, you tell me one thing. If the penis no longer remains a male organ, if the vagina does not remain a female organ anymore, then how do you base, BASE, how do you base your sexual identity on? Then what becomes the basis of your sexual identity? Penis or vagina? No, I said that penis is no longer a male organ and vagina is no longer a female organ. Then what basis would determine your sexual identity or anyone's sexual identity? So therefore, sex is also culturally constructed. And there is nothing biological about it. There are plenty of professors who are saying sex is biological and gender cultural. No, sir. I'm sorry. I respect you. Both are culturally produced. Please. I'm sorry, sir, but sex is not biological. Sex is as much cultural as gender is. And therefore, both gender and sex are equally culturally constructed. And therefore, there is no difference between sex and gender. Are you happy?
Yes.
Have I passed my examination? I'm কি কপেছি?
So sir, the last one question.
আমি কি সাপ্লি পাই না তো?
English, okay.
আমাকে কি কল্যাণী বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে সাপ্লি দিয়ে দেয়নি তো? আমি ভয় পাই, এখনো যদি আবার দিয়ে দেয় নতুন করে।
Setting. Okay. Okay, sir. There is one last question, and this is the chocolate question. Okay. And very interesting one.
Okay.
Is there?
This is the chocolate.
This is a chocolate.
This is the chocolate.
Listen carefully. Yeah?
Listen carefully.
Is there?
I don't ভালো করে শোনা মন দিয়ে, শুনছো না? আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি।
Okay.
আবার কান চুলকাই, ভালো করে শোনা মন দিয়ে। তোমাকে বলছি না, তোমাকে, তুমি শুনছো না মন দিয়ে। হ্যাঁ, মোবাইল দিয়ে মারবো তোমাকে। ভালো করে শোনা মন দিয়ে। Is the chocolate? আমি শুনবো।
Yes. Is there any relationship with? Sorry. Is there any relationship of sex, men, women, male, female, all these categories, and to-do love and these two categories?
Absolutely.
Is there a relationship or?
Are you talking about that song?
Yes.
Tumpa song.
Yes.
Oh, this is the song that is that has become the national anthem for young generation. Honestly, that this song has become the national anthem for the millennials. This song has become national anthem for the young generation. And just let me explain the narrative of the song. There is a boy who fell in love and probably got married. And then he was about to have his full shunya sorted, and then through the window the wife vanished away, disappeared.
Yes.
And he was crying because he is very angry because his wife is gone through the window, and and he's confused because he does not eat gutka or tobacco. Why? So still even then, why has she left him? Left him. So now he was about to commit suicide in train patri, and then a girl came along, and her name is
Tumpa.
Tumpa Elo Malai. And then Tumpa's arrival stopped him from committing suicide in rail patri. And then he got up from the rail track and settled down in Tumpa. And then Tumpa made his life hell. I'm sorry, heaven. No. Heaven. I don't keep. Made in heaven, OTT. I might shoot a next video on Bricolier engineering and made in heaven. Probably streamed in one of the OTTs, probably Amazon Prime Video or Netflix rather. So who is this boy who found true love in Tumpa? This boy is a definition of all the heteropatriarchal boyfriends. Why? Just three reasons. Very sorry. Three reasons. 1, 2, 3. Because one more good caliber. Three reasons. Three reasons. First reason. He eats গুটকা। তোমরা যারা গুটকা খাও না, কেউ খাও না, আছো এরকম? তা আগে বলবা না গুটকা খাও না, তোমাকে ছেড়ে চলে যেতাম না। হ্যাঁ, এ বদ্দা তুমি গুটকা খাও না, আগে বলবা না? So আগে বলো ছিল। Anyway, if you do not eat গুটকা, you are not a man. তুমি গুটকা খাও, অংশুমান? না, তুমি পুরুষ নও। তুমি গুটকা খাও, আমি তোমাকে বলছি, খাচ্ছ তো শুনতে গেছে। গুটকা খাও, তাহলে তুমি পুরুষ। তুমি খাও না, তাহলে তুমি পুরুষ না। নাম্বার 2, গুটকা খেতে খেতে সুইসাইড করো। আচ্ছা, ট্রেনে সুইসাইড করতে গেছিল। হি ওয়েন্ট টু কমিট সুইসাইড ইন রেল পাট্রি। অসুবিধা নাই, ছেলেরা দেখবে ঝাঁপ দিয়ে দেয়, বাঁচিয়ে দেয়, কেটে ফেলে, মারামারি করে, কিছু অসুবিধা নাই। না কেন বলো তো? কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। বিকজ ম্যান ইজ গ্যাস। ট্রেন ক্যানট কাট দ্য গ্যাস। তোমরা বলো আমাকে একটা বলো, সহজ, আমিও তো জানি না সায়েন্সের ব্যাপারটা। হাউ ক্যান ট্রেন কাট গ্যাস? So even if Tumpa was late coming in, he would have been alive. And the Turula would have survived. Turu, na? Oh, Mago. Turu gender studies. And third thing that is extraordinary. Man who is a true man. Man is that man whose masculinity is dependent not on his penis. This is the বিনা পয়সা এর থেকে বেশি লেকচার দিতে পারবো না। হ্যাঁ, so I don't know how commercial I am, and the thing is, this is the last point that I'm wrapping up this YouTube live. So
if we are not, then YouTube will come out.
Yes. And listen to this carefully. Yeah, this is extraordinary. The chocolate. This is what you have been waiting for. So, what is masculinity? Today is Happy Man's Day. So, I would conclude who is 100% true blue man. A man is not a body which has penis. Obviously, a man is not only a gas. A man is not only someone who does jatra tatra mutra. A man is not only the gutka and tobacco and the drug eater. A man is not only the biker without helmet. A man is not only that guy who goes out with coronavirus without face mask. A man is not only that person who is violent. A man is not only that person who takes risk casually, as if nothing can. मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता है, And man is not only that person who becomes only angry. আর কোনো আবেগ কাজ করবে না তুমি যদি পুরুষ হও, একটা আবেগই কাজ করবে, সেটা হলো কারণ অকারণে তুমি রেগে যাবে। অনেক সময় অনেক পুরুষ রেগে যায় কেননা বট গাছের পাতাগুলো সবুজ। আমি হয়তো রেগে গেলাম, এই জামাটা কালো কেন, কালো জামা কেন পরেছো? কেন রেগে গেলেন স্যার? বিরোধী নয়, আমি কনফিউশনে রেগে গেলাম। ল্যাপটপ ভেঙে ফেলতে হবে ইউটিউব লাইভের মাঝখানে, বিকজ আমি সবুজ, এরকম রঙিন পাঞ্জাবি পরে। Man is someone whose masculinity, এগুলো যদি বাদও চলে যায়, is dependent on this. How many girls you have in your life?
The question asked to Sanju.
Man is someone, listen to me very carefully, because plenty of students, scholars, intellectuals, writers, they're tuning into this video or probably watch it later. Listen to me very carefully. Man is someone. So masculinity, Anshuman, is dependent on whether you have control over women or not. It can be over mother. It can be over girlfriend.
It can be over sister.
It can be over sister. It doesn't necessarily have to be the girlfriend. It can be over mother. It can be over sister. It can be over girlfriend. It can be over daughter. আমার মেয়েকে আমি যেখানে চাইবো সেখানে বিশ্বাস, কেন ছড়ি বিশ্বাস না, আমার ছড়ি বিশ্বাস। তার কারণটা হলো আমার মেয়ে,
আমি পুরুষ,
আমি সকালে বাবা ছিল, বিকালে কিংকং হয়ে গেল। কেন মেয়েটির বাবা বিকাল বেলায় কিংকং কেন হলো? বিকজ তার ছেলে তার মেয়ে কোথাও প্রেম করেছে, সেটা দেখেছে, তার ইগোতে লেগেছে। আমার মেয়ে আমার মেয়ের, আমার মেয়ে আমার প্রপার্টি। So this ownership. So when there's a thing called I love you. I is the subject, the male noun, and you is the object. So who is the you? You is not the object, but the slave of the subject. That's why sentence it is, and sentence means punishment, like sentence to death, sentence to 10 years of imprisonment. So who is a man? যদি গুটকাও না খায়, পান বিড়িও না খায়, সিগারেটও না খায়, ভায়োলেন্টও না হয়, কথায় কথায় রেগেও না যায়, বাইক হেলমেট ছাড়া নাও চালায়, করোনা ভাইরাসের সময় মাস্ক না পরেও বেরোয়, তবুও ম্যান হতে পারো তুমি। If you have control over plenty of women, ultimate authority, so much control, so much authority over women that you treat those women as bostu, as commodity, as saman, as stuff, as cheese. Cheese, hey, can what is the paper fly that? Huh? আমি কলকাতার রসগোল্লা কেন তুমি কামড়ে দেয়? তন্দুরি মুরগি ঘুমে গটকালে মুঝে अलकहोल से তুই একটা কামড়ে দেয়, কে দেখতে দেবে? সাইফুল খান নেবে? এত রিস্ক নেওয়ার কি দরকার? ভেলভেট কা কেক ঘুমে বরুণ ধবন যদি এক কামড় দিয়ে দিত, কি হতো নোরা হতে? বলে কেউ শুধু নাচলে হবে? ডান্স, ইন্ডিয়া ডান্সে একটু পড়াশোনা করতে হবে। কি আর করবো বলুন? মহিলায় নিজে বলছে আমি ফুড, কিন্তু সেলফ কোমোডিফিকেশন হয়ে গেল না। আর পুরুষ মানুষ ক্লিয়ার কি will depend on commodifying women, and if the women commodify herself, then patriarchy would be absolutely delighted, and men would be saying আমাদের তো কিছু করতেই হলো,
আগে থেকেই হয়ে যাবে,
আগে থেকেই হয়ে যাবে। মেয়ে তন্দুরি মুরগি ঘুমে, ম্যান উড সে তুমি আগে বলবা না, শুধু শুধু patriarchy দেখাতে গেলাম, আমি দবাং হতে গেলাম, দবাং না হয়ে তো তুমি কমোডিটি হয়ে যাবে। So who is a man? Man is that creature, that code, that cultural code, which treats woman as a commodity, and thereby the relationship with woman is not a relationship with love, it's a relationship with master and servant. Like I possess the laptop, similarly I possess the wife. Like I own or I have bought this mobile, similarly I own or I have bought the girlfriend. So girlfriend is a commodity to be possessed over and to be occupied by. And once someone commodifies, objectifies, reifies female body, then he becomes man. Happy International Man's Day.
We have to conclude now.
Yes. So just on behalf of Anshuman, I would convey my heartfelt thanks for being my subscribers, for managing, squeezing out time to tune in, or for watching it later when you are available. And happy International Gas Day. Oops.
Men's.
Happy International Blank Day. Oops. Happy International Men's Day. And before I get it wrong again, Anshuman, please conclude this interview.
Okay. I think that you all have enjoyed through all the video. We have crossed 200 subscribers, and thank you for that. Subscribers, please share the video, like this, comment on this. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment. Sir will answer it, obviously. And in the next live, we will try to answer those questions in a live session.
Thank you so much. And hope to catch up with all of you very soon. But for the time being,
Yes.
Tata. On
So
behalf of Anshuman and myself, see you. Happy Gas Day.
So
Happy Gas Day.
so what is share the video and remember road to 500. Goodbye.